Good morning, South Florida.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Grab your coffee as we brew up the talk of the day.
From the latest scoop around town
to feel-good stories and messages of hope.
A few jokes and live calling.
Highlighting local businesses.
Discussing hot trends and news stories.
A dash of feel-good nostalgia.
I love those morning cartoons.
Keeping up with upcoming events.
Sometimes trying and delicious foods.
Weekly horoscope updates.
An occasional flying duck.
Some sparkle dust.
Don't forget my bell.
And my wand.
With our brew crew laughing on set.
So grab your coffee, your bagel, donut, or any breakfast as we get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
And don't leave us hanging. Give us a follow. Comment live or call right into the show at 888-994-4995 Studio B.
Whether it's a tip of the day or just to say good morning, we'd love to hear from you.
From Amp Media Production Studio, it's
the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. Freddy. 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 Freddy, you have to get up. We've got a morning show to do.
Just give me 5 more minutes. Where'd I put my hat?
Come on, Freddy. You don't have time. Get out of bed.
I can never find my hat when I need it.
We'll get the hat at the studio. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Pour yourself some coffee and get to the studio because it's time for the morning show.
Now, where's my bell?
Or a new bird.
We love America! That was me, the sound of Mr. Crazy Man. He's right here today.
Morning, morning, morning. Happy Monday, everyone. What a weekend. Time to be back. Long weekend. How can 2 days be so long?
Man, like, you wouldn't believe it.
That's what I'm wondering.
I was arguing with everybody and their mothers this week. Like, all my friends, like, on Saturday, like, between taking care of the dog and waiting at the dealership, I think I actually,
What did you take it in for?
So, they just asked me, will you take care of her? I was like, yeah. Oh, you mean my car?
No, the car.
So it was having trouble starting for like a few weeks, and I think it's just because like when I'm not home, my mom doesn't make the effort to drive my car that much. Like she'll give it to my dad sometimes, but like whatever. But she doesn't drive it enough, so like the battery died, I guess. So bring it up, whatever. And they're like, yeah, an hour and a half, and oh my god,
5 hours.
5.5 hours, and now I'm like a very patient person when it comes to that stuff. Like I hate upsetting people, like especially people who were essentially like I'm paying to do something. I hate being rude, but after like hour 4, I was literally like, my brain was about to explode. I like was so agitated. The guy comes over and he's like, okay, like let's like work it all out, like and pay, and like you'll take the car. And I was like, okay, cool. And so like I sit down. And he could tell I'm so angry. He's like, so we can like take $50 like off this and like $100 off that, because he could tell I was just like pissed.
5.5 hours. I should have given you a ride somewhere or called an Uber.
He offered initially, like when he said an hour and a half, but I was like, you know what, like I'm not gonna bother going all the way back home, like 30 minutes, 25 minutes, like just to drive back here 20 minutes basically for an hour and a half.
But you gotta get a loaner.
Well, I didn't think it would take the whole day. I
thought let me tell you something.
Short appointment.
You see, that's the difference.
5.5 hours.
I go in to get an oil change on my car, and I'm talking to you gotta make an appointment to get your oil changes at houses, right? So I said, okay, now that that's done, let's talk about my loaner. Oh, Miss Santor, we don't have a loaner that day. Well, then you ain't got an appointment that day because I know you people. I know 1 hour turns to 5 hours.
Yeah, that's fair.
Give me a loaner. I will bring the car back to you when you finish. This happened to me on Thursday. What is today? Monday? I still don't got my car.
Oh. Wow. Okay. Wow.
How you doing?
Have you heard from them?
Have I heard from them? I fight with them every day. I say, you got to do this. I think today they got it all rectified. But the bottom line is, I don't know when I'm going to see my car again.
No, man. It's like anything to do with a car. So car salesman, car maintenance, like from the brand, like mechanics and stuff, great, right? From
the brand, the dealership, yeah.
Those people are the sleaziest, like just trying to get your money so bad. It was unbelievable. Like, I could tell the guys like, oh, well, like, you know, like in 7,000 miles, like your front brakes are gonna be gone. So we might as well just replace them now. I'm like, well, how much is that gonna cost? He's like, well, it'd be like $3.5 grand for the brake. I'm like, no, like I have 7,000 miles left on.
And I don't drive my car because I go to school.
4 months a year. And I'm telling him, like, the car doesn't get driven enough. That's why the battery's bad. He's like, oh, you need the brake. I'm like, no, like, I'm not doing that. Like,
are you kidding me? I went in and the guy says, this is three years ago. It says you need new tires. I said, okay, but I ain't getting them from you. They went for 4 tires. They won $2,200 at the dealership.
Oh, I got my tires replaced, and I think it was like $1,000 for all 4.
If you go to
That's
Costco,
good.
It was pretty good, yeah.
if you go to
I'm so
Costco,
pissed.
you get 4 tires for under $500. The same tire.
Yeah, but then who's gonna put them on?
Time out. They put them on. They guarantee the tires. They put nitrogen in your car, not oxygen.
Costco puts it on?
Yep. And do you know?
Costco puts it on?
Yeah. And do you know why nitrogen is better than air?
Aren't only some tires nitrogen acceptable?
All of them can be.
You sure?
Yes. There's a reason you put nitrogen in them. There's no humidity in the tire. Do
Do not quote this.
Oh, you can quote
Do not
this.
quote this. I'm not sure nitrogen is good for all tires.
Nitrogen
Legit.
is good
That's
for
funny.
all tires because the oxygen buildup, the
Mechanic
O2,
Freddy.
it creates moisture. You ever drive your car and when you say, man, I just bought these tires and the threads are gone because there's so much heat, 109 degrees. You know how hot that asphalt
Oh,
is?
that's interesting, actually.
Over 200 degrees is what your tire is running on. That's like an egg. You ever see when you put an egg in a pan and it
Yeah.
fries? This is what's happening. So the guy's telling me, he
Joe,
says, yo,
you could sell nitrogen to a tire man.
This is
you
tr-
could sell ice to an
Hold
Eskimo.
on.
Do you not
Ice to an
believe
Eskimo.
everything he's saying?
guys, listen, the buildup, but they do it on purpose.
They do what?
Dawn, the air they put in, they want it to heat up. So it begins to bubble inside and it begins to deteriorate the tire. Nitrogen doesn't do that. So Costco guarantee you, Linda had to buy 4 Costco tires. She bought 3.
Linda
got the
always
4.
has a flat tire, though.
Yes. Every time she goes, they fix it. They finally says, you know what, they're going to fix it no more. And they give her 2 new tires. 2!
But
Because
Linda
in the
always has a
long run,
flat
it costs
tire.
them less money. And it's the same tires on my car that Mercedes is going to put on my car. I got around $500 for 4 tires. It ain't even
Did
bad.
you get a hot dog
My
while you were
mom's on
there?
the phone with me when I told her about like how much everything was gonna cost. She's like, okay, like ask for the type of tire so I can like check with my mechanic and see if it'd be cheaper. I'm trying to get the type of tire from this guy, and he's like, give me the vaguest. He's like, it's Pirelli. I'm like, what kind of Pirelli? Like,
You don't freaking
he's
need a
like-
Pirelli.
I'm like, okay, yeah, Pirelli. Like,
Bro,
what
don't
are
you know how
what's
to
the
look-
diameter of the tire? Like, and he's like, oh, it's like
Probably
20 inch, like whatever. I'm like, okay, so
You
like,
got-
what's the like serial code, whatever? Like,
Whoa. You
'cause
got,
he knew that I was
you
gonna
got
ask somebody
20-inch tires in your car?
they might be. I think they're 20 inch. They might be 18.
Pirellis.
Your Pirellis are not 18, my friend.
No, the
The
diameter
number's
of the
right
wheel.
there.
The diameter
The
of the
number's
wheel.
there.
On the tire.
You ever heard of tire rack?
Yeah, it shows.
Yeah, they had my car in the back.
I know, but do you know what tire rack is?
Nah.
Okay, look up tire rack. You buy a tire at tire rack for under $100. My
It's gonna blow up.
my Harry's son, Harry Anthony, used to work for them. May he rest in peace. And he used to tell me, Theo, don't ever buy a tire from anybody. Let me send them to you, and then you go to a guy across the street, put them on for $25 if you want to save money. Your Pirellis, because the name Pirelli, are going to sound expensive. Tell your guy.
He already
I'm gonna
did
go-
it.
You didn't change the tire.
Yeah, but I mean, no, it was like a buy 3 get 1, like for $1. So it was like it turned out to be like $1,000 for installation and for the tires and for an
Okay,
alignment. So
next
like
time-
it wasn't horrible.
That's
Can
not
we
horrible.
go to Costco, you and me,
Dude,
go get a hot
totally,
dog,
bro.
and then we'll go check out what, 4 Pirellis.
Definitely.
at
Why
Costco?
not? Oh my god, but my treads
Your
were
mom,
like
it
my
doesn't
treads
matter.
were done.
That's fine, but you go to Costco, I can't believe the deals that they throw in there.
What year is your car?
2020 maybe? 2019.
Oh, so it's a new car.
It's new, yeah, it's pretty new. It's like 5 years old.
He reminds me of you.
Why?
I gotta go take my car.
Do you remember that happy? Remember my battery
Hey, listen,
died?
it's my
I-
mom's car. It's my mom's car. She wanted me to take it in. I'm not gonna say no, right?
Yeah, but we
Like-
gotta take care of mom.
Oh,
So
obviously.
do me a
but-
favor, bring the car across the street, and we're gonna get an oil change for maybe $100
Well, I don't
instead
need
of
no oil
$800.
No, he's
Get the
good.
Well, I would
car.
happily do that next time.
He would check out the whole car for you.
I always love what
Suit
guys will do for their moms. It's the best.
You got to.
What guys do for their moms, girls love their moms, but what sons do for the mothers is like above and beyond.
You got to.
Yeah.
That's how your mom.
Yeah, they're like,
It's
well,
less
yeah.
day-to-day stuff and more like I need this big thing.
The
that
big
I'll
stuff.
Do. Yeah, like I'm not like running errands for her really, but like I would, like I take care of like the bigger stuff. I guess I don't know if that.
That's true. It's like Chelsea, the dog's got an ear infection, and the this and the that, and then Aaron's like, he'll just come up with a big whammy, and he'll just take care of something huge.
Yeah.
Truth. True.
I tell you, who do you take care of your car?
I actually just had to return my car. It was a lease.
It's a bummer.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna get?
I'm driving my sister's car right now. I'm not getting a
Are
It
car.
you
doesn't make
gonna
sense
get
to get a car.
Yeah,
nowadays,
I'm not
right?
gonna get another
How
car.
many years were you in your lease?
3. But I only had it for 2, and then she had it for 1.
How much you pay a month? $200-300?
I don't know.
Did you pay anything?
I did not.
That's a good lease.
That's a good lease. Exactly. So anyone watch the Olympics at all?
Yeah.
Nothing?
I watched the U.S. basketball.
I watched the tennis actually.
Speaking of which, this is gonna be a little bit controversial. But did y'all see what they did?
Talk it to your mic. Because I can't hear you. I was trying to hear you the other day.
Well, I don't know where I saw. No, I saw this on YouTube and on Instagram. Did y'all see the thing they're talking about on like the opening ceremony that they did?
Oh my God. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
What they do?
They
Well,
were getting a lot of backlash.
They got a lot of heat for this, and I'm not surprised that they did
They
this.
took it down from YouTube.
I'm
What, the
not surprised
Marie
at all.
Antoinette thing?
They took down the opening ceremony clip from YouTube.
So
like,
what they did, they're actually, you know what I'm saying this right now? They were quote unquote mocking the Last Supper of Jesus, basically.
I heard that. I saw it actually. I saw Frank posted that, but I didn't see that part of the opening
Yeah,
ceremony.
Frank was very upset. 'Cause
So I
he-
didn't
they,
see it.
They had people reenact like the Last Supper, but like they had them in these like zany costumes and stuff.
And they were all
like,
dragged, basically.
Yeah, they were all people in. Oh, sorry, is that what it was?
What was it?
I-
What
that's not what I meant.
How did it? Was it around the table? Is that how you knew
Yeah,
it was
it was
Last
like
Supper?
at the
Hold on.
table, like,
I'll show
and
you
Jesus was
above.
Jesus was in the middle, but it was like a man dressed in drag and like.
But why did they do that?
I don't know, let me figure out.
I saw Frank post something I didn't understand because I didn't see the whole opening
They got a
ceremony.
lot
The only
of
thing I
heat
saw, I
for
did
it.
see the
So
horse.
If you
but-
go look it up on
Oh,
YouTube, the
here
official
it is.
account took down the
Yo, I
video,
know-
so they
I
must have
found
gotten a lot of.
I found it. Should I show it?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Yo,
It's, when did they show this?
This
The
was
opening
on Friday.
Opening ceremony
Whenever
Friday
the
night?
ceremony was, yeah.
But how in the world does this thing get involved in the opening ceremony?
I got a little thing about that, but first let me just get
This opening ceremony too, like if you watch old like Olympic ceremonies, this one was pretty underwhelming. Like I don't know if you guys ever saw the Beijing Olympic
Alright.
opening ceremony,
Here,
but that
take a-
ceremony was
Let's see. All right.
Weren't they on the
Here,
river
here,
or
take a look at
something?
this.
they had like yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah, but why did they do that? That's stupid.
Yeah, it was weird.
What was the point?
I don't see the point now, but the reason why I'm not surprised this at all, and this is my thing that I saw in other
Oh my
people I saw
god,
as
they
well.
had a DJ board.
Boy, that Jesus is horrible.
That's
reason-
crazy.
But the reason why I think they do this is because one is my main reason they mock Christianity like more than any religion in the world.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
So that's what this is doing?
I would know. I would know. I said before. I'm not surprised that they did this because they pretty much they're mocking us for what is basically I believe is the truth, and we're just like and we go against the way of the world, and the way of the world is sinful and evil. So that's
But
what
why
they do.
would the Olympic Committee allow it? Is what I don't understand.
Well,
Either
it's like
for,
PC
It's either
or
for
whatever,
a
like-
publicity. It's either for a publicity stunt, a PR act, or
It's
just-
definitely PR,
or just
100%.
something else entirely.
It's a publicity stunt and it's.
Did
like
they
this-
explain
this is
it?
funny.
Well, because like okay,
like, this is
being Christian now in like today's like this year 2020 whatever is like not like at the very basis level of it like politically correct low key like people like attribute a lot of bad things to Christian like the Christian faith like because of all the stuff that's come out about it like
But the fact
and
that
people like associate it with like racism and stuff which like
Yeah,
is
'cause the
ridiculous
pro-
but
yeah,
like
That's a good statement that there's no racism in any religion.
yeah
No, there
it's
isn't. The main
ridiculous
problem
like
that
Of course there is.
No, it's good. Like the main problem I have with this, and this is really like pissing me off a little bit, is how people are interpreting Christianity. Because the way I say it, it's not a religion, it's a relationship. But that's all it is.
So it says the organizers of the Paris Olympics have apologized for what some critics described as a parody of the Last Supper during the lavish opening ceremonies on Friday. The scene featuring drag artists and dancers was widely criticized by the Catholic Church and Christian groups. Why? I don't understand why they would do that.
weird. I mean, it's like a PR stunt, you know. Like people,
Listen, I'm not-
people don't
I'm
like
not surprised. I'm not.
like
I'm
the
not-
traditional stuff anymore. It's not like
Two things. The first thing is, you want to poke fun at something, that's on you. And I believe what I believe, and if you want to do that and you think it's funny and not in poor taste,
They're saying that it was supposed to be the festivity of the Greek god of celebration coming.
Well, they got to spin it because they got
have
caught.
to, yeah.
But it's no different than when we did the First Supper and he drew in that piece to sit right there in the lobby. And we were not allowed to do that at the other studio because everybody got twisted.
Said it
But
was
we
never
didn't mean
meant to be.
anything.
It said it was never meant to be
It
disrespectful.
wasn't. We wanted to bring people at a table where everybody came. I mean, there's a lot of other pieces on that piece, but we took a lot of heat for the First Supper as well. That's not going to shake me. You know, if you really believe in your religion and you believe in Jesus, then nothing shakes you. And that ain't going to shake me. You want to put, that's an ugly Jesus, I got to tell you that much. But the bottom line here is everybody's entitled to an opinion.
Yeah, but
But
you're
better
not entitled to insult other people.
Agreed.
Yeah, but
You can have your opinion, but don't insult other people. Especially especially any religion, but that's just crazy. I think we're frozen.
Yeah, you guys just
Right click, everything's frozen.
No,
just
You guys
just
move-
reboot us.
Yeah,
Just right click that.
Click and
down
see
to
it.
that.
The funny thing is, Dawn, that no matter what goes down, history has always been over wars and deaths and crucifixions and kings and queens over religion. Because a lot of people believe that religion is bigger than anything else. And if you don't follow my way, allegedly, then I'm going to force you to follow my way, and that is a religion.
I was having this conversation with my friends like literally yesterday because we were talking about the difference between like how nowadays people interpret religion like kind of in a poor light, and like the vast majority of my friends are like very agnostic or like atheist or whatever. They just don't believe in anything. And we were just talking about how like I think like I understand why people are put off by religion in a certain right, like, but at the same time like I also think people who are like trying to like save other people, it's like take it easy. You know what I mean? Like if you're trying to convert somebody, like I get it. Like in your eyes, you're saving that person because you genuinely believe that this person's going to hell basically if they don't believe in God. But like,
Yeah, but who has the right to do something?
no, I think personally like if you want to believe in whatever you believe in, and I believe in what I believe
Just
in,
put up Aiden for
I
now.
really don't care if like.
There it is.
Oh.
No, leave it frozen. Doesn't matter. It's better frozen than nothing.
But yeah, I just like, I really don't care like what you believe. You know what I mean? Like it's not my job. Like in the Bible, maybe it's the job of
open.
Christians to like convert other people. But like I think modern like
Dual
context is
U3
so
window.
important. You know what I mean?
Dual
Like
U3
that's what I think
window.
people fail to see. They fail to like recognize that like things like change with time and like social standards, and obviously like the word that was written down 2,500 years ago like is gonna have some non-politically correct things in there because it was written 2,500 years ago, but like, you know, make your modern interpretation of that. Like,
Listen, the Bible allegedly, I was told, is missing 24 books that had to do with women.
I'm sure, I mean, the thing is, like, I'm sure we're missing a lot of stuff
Probably.
from, like,
But-
a million religious
But
texts.
does it
like,
really? But does it really matter if the bottom line is that you should treat one another with respect and love? I mean, I don't care what color you make it, how you want to picture it, how you want to send it. Those are the two things. And if you can't do that, then what difference does it make what religion you are? Because
I agree.
you're not going to respect one another. We were talking about this last week. I can't believe the amount of disrespect everybody has
For each
one
other.
another.
Yep.
I mean, this is just craziness all the way around. And what difference does it make what religion you are?
But like
Just
in some
believe in
people's eyes,
something
it's
good.
like my friend was talking about this. He grew up a Jehovah's Witness,
Okay.
which is like super religious.
I
Right?
know
Like,
a lot of
and
Jehovah's.
like
They're very out there.
he like did not really like take to the religion obviously as like a normal kid who everybody around him is like not a Jehovah's Witness, and it's like a very intense religion. Like you can't celebrate any kind of holidays, no birthdays, no Christmas. You can't say the Pledge of Allegiance. You can't say anything like that. Like it's like the Word of God, and that's what it is, and whatever, right? And like part of that religion, a huge part of that religion is like converting other people. And so I asked my friend, I was like, he doesn't really like align with that, but like he has a lot of context, and I was like, so I don't understand that part of it. Like, why are you always trying to convert people? Like,
Because that's what they want you
because
to
like
do.
to me, it's like that's kind of like not hateful, but like, you know, like live your life. Like I'm sure you're not gonna
Well, you
burn
don't like
for
to
a
be-
million years just because you didn't believe the exact God I did or whatever, right?
But you're not going to like being told what to do either.
No, of course. And so he said, he's like, imagine like you're a Jehovah's Witness or whatever, and your best friend is like whatever religion, and you
Atheist.
yeah, whatever. And you guys are best friends for your whole lives, and you've never talked about religion. And like he's on his deathbed when you're 90, right? and the last thing like you want to do is make sure in your eyes like you save him. Essentially, it's like it's almost like a moral obligation for some people. But I think like I don't know. I think like it's intense and like
I know insulting other religions is wrong, and
That's just
and something to this capacity, this magnitude of the Olympics was not just one person. This was a lot of people
committee of
involved,
people,
a
yeah.
committee, and then the people that were performing, and nations and everything. So for this to slip by without someone
didn't slip
questioning
by.
it,
It's crazy.
No.
so
It
someone
didn't-
had to have questioned
There
it.
was
It
more
didn't slip.
stunts like this. Like this doesn't surprise me. Like there was like y'all remember Lil Nas X?
Yeah.
Is that what he did?
I can't remember who's.
I remember seeing something they did.
I remember
the man did on the grandma put like a full Jesus costume on, drinking like a little cups of like a little communion wine, a little bread wafers and whatnot. So he done that. I even saw one where he like made like shoes that had the devil's number on there and like a drop of blood in every shoe or something like that.
Yeah, but
believe me, I see this. I'm not surprised at all. I'm really not.
I just don't understand the lack of discernment that people have, the lack of respect. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Because if you have somebody who doesn't believe what you believe in, there is not.
But
going
this
to
wasn't
be
one
respect.
person. This was
This
had
is
to
what-
have been a committee,
At least.
But this
yeah,
is
at
all-
least.
a
But
country. I
look
mean,
at
an
what-
entire country.
But
That
look at what they got out of it. Look at what they got. You're talking about it. You brought it up. You're talking about it. You're all upset about it. This is what they wanted.
Yeah,
The
but we're
whole
not going to talk
point-
about the
Yeah, I'm
Olympics
not upset.
anyway. I don't
But the
understand
whole-
the PR. Like,
I'm not
But
upset.
the whole, you're not. But people in the Christian faith are
Yeah.
going to be upset. The whole thing is, they do things to get their point across, so you don't miss it. Now, if everybody had said that was stupid and move on to it, then they would have felt like, wow, we didn't land this thing.
anyone see Celine Dion? I heard she was
She
amazing. She sang.
How
I
about
haven't seen it, but I heard.
We should look it up on YouTube.
I know it's on
the
YouTube.
ceremony, but I mean, I guess to the credit of your point, I kind of only focused on the one part of the ceremony because of all the publicity.
I heard that
But
Celine
we
Dion
are a
was
product- We are a
spectacular.
product of that. Did you see the jackets that they put on our Olympians? Those things were a little snug, a little tight. French cut, I guess, is real tight. So
are you talking
LeBron's
about?
jacket, his muscles are coming out of every pocket.
We did that. The U.S. had their
Oh,
own
that was
team.
horrible. It
But
was
did you
the-
see gymnastics?
Yeah, of course. You know, I watched her on what is that skinny stick she?
Didn't she? Oh, the bar.
The bar, the
or
balance
the
beam.
balance beam.
Yeah.
Didn't she create a new move
Yeah.
in her final? So she has now made a move named after Simone Biles has now made a
The
gymnastics
Biles
move
yeah.
named after her in every single gymnastics event.
Yep.
At least one move that she
It's
literally
pretty ama-
invented and then coined it.
She's amazing.
She's-
Women's soccer team won also.
Women's
Basketball team
women's
won.
swimming
She's
came
the
neck
LeBron
and
James
neck.
of gymnastics.
So did you see the two women that won in swimming, and they came like 4/10 of a fingernail
Oh yeah.
away?
Ledecky and.
Not Ledecky, the other Walsh, and I forget. I don't know the other who came in silver. But she said, "Stand with me on the gold," because it was literally a fingernail tap. So even though one was gold and silver, they both stood on the gold. And you know what I thought? That is what the Olympics is about.
That's great, but like as the silver medalist, I'd be like,
You suck.
yeah. My ego would just be like, bro,
Did you see-
like,
did
I
you
got
see-
silver, just let me have silver.
You see
like,
the French guy that set the world record? That guy
For what event?
for swimming. He was so far ahead. The second guy from Japan was 6 seconds behind. 6 seconds is an eternity. in
6
swimming.
seconds.
Wow.
What event?
In swimming, he broke Spitz's record.
Wow.
This guy was so far in front.
6 seconds. That must have been a long swim, yeah.
It was. It was a 400 meters. He was so far ahead
Oh my
that
God.
they asked him, is there something that you were thinking, Mrs. I can't let my country down? And he just kept pumping and pumping
That's
and
what
pumping.
I'll-
He
okay.
was
Wow.
gone.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Did you see any of it?
No, I just watched a little bit of the tennis.
Tennis is
Oh, I
supposed
saw
to
a
be
bit of tennis,
amazing.
too.
Yeah, but I didn't see it finished.
What did the American kids won, I think? His match, didn't he? What's the name?
Coco Gauff playing or played for the first time in the
You
Olympics.
see, she carried the flag out with LeBron James for the USA. She was
How
chosen
cool
to
is
carry out
that?
The flag. That's
I
awesome.
saw that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I still don't understand why LeBron is in the Olympics. I don't understand why our top basketball players are in
Stop.
the Olympics where the kids should be in the Olympics.
Stop.
I know all the other countries are doing it,
Because
but as my mother used to say, if
owns-
everyone did the wrong thing, would you do the wrong thing also?
Who is the
Commercial.
ambassador to the NBA? Who owns the NBA?
Adam Silver.
Try LeBron James. When he says go, he gets coaches fired. He gets leagues changed. He's
But
the
I don't
representative in
understand
China.
why. I mean, we look at these kids. There's
Because-
16-year-old kids in gymnastics. There's a 22-year-old college kid swimming. This is their Olympian. This is their Super Bowl
He wanted to go.
to highlight themselves. So go, be
No,
a coach.
He wanted, no, he
Buy
wanted
the
to
whole
play.
thing. I don't understand why
Do you know how
the
much-
basketball, our
Do you know
basketball
how much money this
NBAs
guy
are.
brings into the NBA?
But why are they in the Olympics? Why
Because it's
can't he
like
just do the
$1 billion.
NBA?
They
$10
since like
billion.
the there's like since like the dream team of '92, like when they put together like Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, like all those players to win
Larry
Olympic
Bird.
gold in the '90s, there were outside of the United States, there were 5 players in the NBA who weren't from the United States. Now there's 68 outside of the United States who are all playing for their countries, and the level is like that much higher. So we were talking about this the other day about how in the warm-up games the U.S. looked really, really bad. Like we're like game winners against like Slovakia and stuff, and it's like you should be killing these
They
people.
were drunk.
But it's like
They
it's
were
like,
Again, why
they
are
were
they in the
partying.
they probably
Olympics?
were, but it was also like
But that game wasn't even
the
close
competition is like
yesterday.
so much stiffer. And then today or yesterday they played
Slovakia.
No, maybe it was Slovakia or Serbia. or something.
Serbia.
It was Serbia, I think. And
With
Jokic, Nikola
Jokic.
Jokic, the like 2-time defending MVP of
Wasn't
the
even
NBA.
close.
It wasn't close because in a country like Serbia, like you only have one amazing player. But I don't know, like these players come together to like be like, yo, like the United States is like the greatest basketballing like institution of
They
all
owe
time.
them.
Like,
They owe them into defeat. Oh look, I'm next to Kevin Durant. I'm
Again,
next
but
to-
that shouldn't be Olympics. I'd much prefer to see the 16-year-olds and the 18-year-olds and the 21-year-olds have their moment of fame and glory.
yeah,
But
that's
the,
fair.
the Olympics aren't for, like, it's not like, oh, it's like for this like new and upcoming athlete. The Olympics.
No, they
is-
are. They're amateur sports.
It's supposed to be.
Back
Back
supposed to be amateur.
19.
Since when? There've been like 30-year-olds
19
swimming for like years.
Yeah,
Nine-
because there's no like professional level of swimming. That is the Olympics,
1986, I think is the year. Correct me if I'm wrong. The U.S. got beat up in the Summer Olympics, and I think it was George Steinbrenner that said we cannot be an embarrassment because it's the Russians. They brought in professionals. The hockey team.
Well, that's
was
what happened. The other
professional.
countries did, and we
They
had
brought-
to
and so
do
we
the
Yeah,
same
they're
would
thing.
keep sending our college kids because we were getting demoralized. So we used to be the other way around. It used to be all the college kids and one professional basketball player. One. They said, the hell with that. You're going to send your professional team out there. You know there's a lot of them in Europe.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Says now you're going to have to deal with the greatest thing. This happens in baseball. We don't win in baseball. Japan. Korea, they beating Americans in the
okay.
game. No,
We
it
don't have
isn't
to win. We
okay.
don't have to win in
Yes, we do.
everything.
It isn't okay.
We don't have to
Realistically,
win in
we-
everything.
Okay, if every other country, like these other amazing sporting countries, so Japan for baseball, Brazil for soccer, Russia for everything that has to do with strength, like all those people, like they would kill to like take home the Olympic golds.
Soccer.
And like we're in the United States, like we have 300 million citizens, like the best infrastructure in the world. Like we should be winning
Talk
every
about
single
soccer.
event.
The men's soccer team.
We
The
suck.
women's soccer team. All of a sudden, the
We're
women's soccer
terrible.
team led the way, and the men now are trying to catch
The
up.
women are amazing. The men suck.
But the men have to catch up. But you have to understand something. The amount of money in these games,
I know.
you don't do an Olympic village and build it without making some kind of futuristic plan.
You see the Seine, it had too much pollution. They couldn't do the Ironman because
Oh,
from the
yeah?
rains on Friday night, the pollution level was too high that they couldn't go in the water. Why
The
not
river?
try cleaning that up?
Tell them that.
I mean, seriously,
embarrassment.
that to me is huge.
That's embarrassing.
You know
That's
why?
horrible.
You know why it's polluted? Because of World War I, World War II, all the tanks and stuff in the water. The
That was a long
metals.
time ago. We
The
can't
metals
clean
in
it
the-
up.
I feel
Can't
like
get it
half
out.
the stuff you say, I just never fact check and could be completely wrong. and I
That's
just
Freddy
believe you.
fact check.
Fact check it. Fact check it.
Um,
and
You know how many times I say I heard and they go from where I go from my people.
Yeah. embarrassing. Who is that?
Just like, you
But
know,
it's true.
the vice presidential potential
I
running
have
mate.
no
I'm like,
reason
my
to-
people
to,
say.
to like not believe you, right? So that's why I believe you. But it just worries me that one day I'm gonna be in a conversation that has to do with submarines in the French like rivers, and I'll be like, hey, did you know like a really cool? I'll be like, well, no,
I give you a
that's
better one.
incorrect.
On TikTok, they show how we had to get rid of all these tanks and jeeps and everything in some island off of Japan during World War II because we couldn't sell it. So now they've become rust pots. So now they go to the deepest part of the Pacific to get rid of them. That's metal you're throwing in the ocean,
horrible.
isn't it?
Yeah, but you also know, like, on TikTok, like, on Instagram, like, there's a lot of incorrect stuff. Like, I saw one yesterday that was like, it was a metaphor for growing up, right? And it was like, an adult bald eagle can live up to, like, 80 years old or something, right? And it was like, but at around 40, it has to undergo a vast transformation to
Yes.
ensure that it can live on, right? So it smashes its beak on a rock, it pulls out all its feathers,
I
and
saw that.
it clips off its claws so they can grow back sharper so it can survive. So I look up on the internet like, oh my god, this is crazy. And I look up, okay, so like bald eagle like transform, and it goes, and in big block letters on Google, it's like, this is factually incorrect. A beak cannot grow back. It would never smash it itself on a rock. The feathers automatically fall out and get replaced. And it's like, and the claws sharpen themselves when it's killing stuff. Like, it doesn't like torture itself so it can become this new bird. But like for this story that the guy was telling was like, sometimes you have to like let go of your old self to become your new self. And that worked out perfectly with like the eagle metaphor, even though it was like just
But that was a
incorrect.
metaphor. I was just trying to sell tickets.
Yeah.
Let's take a commercial break. Give us a call, 888-994-4995. If you're in the business, you want to fact check Freddy. That's always been a good career move for somebody. More to come.
But I gotta tell you, if I'm right, to the
I know,
winner
and you're
spoils.
usually right. That's the sad thing. 888-994-4995 Studio B. He's usually right when we fact check these things.
No, I believe it, man. I
Can a fish live in a tree?
Do fish live in trees?
But yet, fact check it. There is one.
There's
I know
a
there's
Exactly.
fish with feet.
There's a
More
fish
to
in a
come.
tree.
We'll
That's
be right back.
interesting.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft silk touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
Give me the mozzarella. 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 Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty region pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Do you have diabetes? If you have insurance, you may qualify for a new continuous glucose monitor. With a CGM, you can continuously track your levels and trends, spend more time in range, significantly lower your A1C, and share important data with loved ones and caregivers. Most importantly, a CGM eliminates the one thing most people with diabetes hate: painful finger sticks. Take charge of your health. Order your new continuous glucose monitor today. If you use insulin and have seen your diabetes care provider within the last 6 months, you may qualify for a CGM today. We'll do all the insurance paperwork and deliver your new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost to you. Medicare and most insurances cover continuous glucose monitors, so don't wait. Have your insurance handy and call the CGM Health Hotline now.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer, and we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case, and they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-613-3597. 800-613-3597. 800-613-3597. That's 800-613-3597.
Welcome to the Chocolate Spectrum, nestled in the heart of Jupiter, Florida, where every sweet indulgence tells a story of hope. Founded by Valerie Herskowitz for her son Blake, who is on the autism spectrum, the family-owned Artisan Chocolate Company has been spreading joy since 2013. Here, individuals with autism and other developmental disabilities are empowered with training and employment opportunities, which not only give them purpose, but also teach valuable skills. Support a greater cause with your exquisite treat by shopping in-store or online at shop.thechocolatespectrum.com, with shipping nationwide all year round, or call at 561-277-9886. The Chocolate Spectrum, where every bite makes a difference.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddy S.
We're back.
Things to do, places to go. I guess more Olympics coming tonight.
You know what tomorrow is at 6 o'clock?
No. Tuesday.
Yeah. You know what it is?
Basketball, a draft,
baseball.
On the
Trade
Olympics?
deadline ends
Oh.
tomorrow at 6 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
So I see that the Miami Marlins traded to the Yankees Chisholm, the second
Oh
baseman.
yeah. I heard about that.
That's a good player. That's congratulations. I hope it works out for both of them. I heard yesterday he was creating a ruckus in Boston. Yankees won big.
And Tua now has a contract. So all those
$212
Dolphin
million.
fans.
Across what?
Football.
4 years?
Quarterback.
4 years?
Dolphins.
5 years?
4 years, 212?
Now, do you know that Dan
That's gotta
Marino?
be one of the highest contracts in the league. That's more than Pat Mahomes makes.
Do you know that Dan Marino, Pat Mahomes is $500 million?
Half a billion for 10 years.
Half a billion?
For 10 years, though.
Half a billion?
For 10 years. 50 million a year for 10 years.
$500,000 for 10 years.
500 million.
500
I mean,
million.
500 million for 10 years.
For 10 years. But that's the same Tua's making. 50 million a year now for 4 years. I'd rather be on that contract because then in 4 years, if he's still good, then inflation and the way the league goes, you'll make 60 million.
So don't you think maybe they want to support Aunt Media Futures Foundation,
Absolutely.
and
Reach
you guys
out.
and you guys
Somebody
can go
reach
down
out.
and do some videos
Who
for
got
them,
Tua's
and
number?
If anybody has a connection with any kind of NFL organization, please
And making $212 million.
send their money our way.
you and Lauren are going to start looking into that, because why not? We're right here, right? We're a local community. Why not send our
He's
crew down
never
and
going
do?
to live that contract.
Doesn't matter how long he lives it, as
Just
long as he
remember
lives
I
it a
told
little
you
bit.
He's going to live in maybe 1 or 2 years after that.
Yeah, but
Something's
isn't there
gonna
a
happen,
guarantee
and
of
trade
like?
Don't say
Isn't there a
that.
guarantee?
No, it isn't about that. Do you? I don't know. I'm sorry. I am not
Don't
as
say
believe
that.
he
You
deserves.
gotta knock on wood, bro.
You
Don't
think
say
he
that.
he deserves that kind of money?
Yeah.
Does anyone deserve that kind of money?
I think
Without giving back. I think if you
every
make it
single
and you
athlete
give,
who
then
makes the money they make deserves it, because we fully make them make that money. Like if we weren't so ingrained in sports as like an entertainment business, like they would never make that
Their
money.
whole life is their sport.
The only reason we make that much money is because of us.
That's right. We buy the tickets. We buy the shirts. We buy
The cable.
the $19 hot dog.
we buy the jerseys that fall apart, right? We
Do you know
support the
that?
economy.
I looked up City Field. I gotta
$19
spend
hot dog?
$19 on a hot dog.
Are you going to go to New York in the fall?
Not for $19 hot dog.
Wait,
Yes, I'm gonna go.
Wait, okay. So what about the hot dog? How big is it?
Does it matter? It could be a
$20
yard long.
for a hot dog, bro.
20
Doesn't matter.
bucks is
Also, it's
crazy.
definitely this big.
You know, there's burgers up
It's
in
definitely
Delray
more
that
than size hot
cost
dog.
that.
That's like when you go to like the hockey games, it's so expensive to get food.
Well, look, a drink at a restaurant costs you $15 to $20.
Because they know that you can't go anywhere else for it, you know? Drinks are
Especially-
different. I can understand, like,
Why?
if you're at a nice restaurant and you have, like, a bar and all that, it's like, okay, you can charge
Would you
$15
pay
a
$19
drink.
for a
But you get a
hamburger?
shot.
No way, bro.
No.
$15
I
a
spend
drink.
$8 on a
I know
Chipotle
many-
burrito and go there with my stomach full.
Bro, I know many good places that have like good burgers for like half the price of
Yeah,
that.
of
so.
course. But it's like,
If
you know.
drinks were cheaper, wouldn't you want to get more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yes. Okay, so Wisconsin just announced that they're going to start putting alcohol in all their stadiums, which they had never have. There's never been like even
Packer
for
Stadium, they
even
have
for
beer?
21. No, for Madison's for
Oh.
the University of Wisconsin.
Gotcha.
So like hockey, basketball, like football, all these places are going to have like alcohol now, which they didn't. And I know that stuff is going to be like $14 for one beer.
It will,
Like,
yeah.
it's gonna be.
But
100%.
a ticket to a university football game is like $5 or $6.
Oh, dude, no.
No? FAU?
Okay, so for in Wisconsin.
Did you ever get your tickets?
Nope.
They're not
They,
good.
so
Wait,
guess
listen
what,
to
guess what
this.
happens now? So in Wisconsin,
good.
they only have a limited amount of student section tickets, right, for students. They sell them to the students by grade. So if you're a senior, you get first come, first serve, goes all the way down
It's
to
not
freshman.
free?
No, it's not free. Because
Well, yeah,
we are
big
like
time.
big sports. So it's like
That's the bad
you
news,
are like
right?
dying to get it, right? Yeah. So everybody waits in line 7 a.m., like waiting on their computers to get these tickets. But there are these scumbags who are like a student, but they'll buy 6 tickets for $200 for the season and resell them for $1,000 for the season.
But he's smart.
No, that's not smart. That's
Why?
being.
That's
I
being
can't say
dumb?
because we're on air, but that's being rude and mean and taking like the
Okay.
the
You're a
reason they're so
senior, won't you
cheap.
do that?
No, the reason they're cheap is because students want to go, and these people who don't even care to go, they'll sell their own tickets.
So
they
let me
don't-
get this
they
right.
just do it so they can make a
time
buck.
out.
Is
off
there a
kids who are
minimum
broke.
or maximum of tickets you can
I
get?
think it's like 2 per student, but you
So
can
how do
like
they get 6?
because they have 5 computers open and they buy them on 6
All right,
different
so you
accounts.
know how to do it, right?
Oh,
He
dude.
didn't
Alright,
get
so
his
after
tickets
this-
though. Wait, they sold out, so he
They
couldn't
sold
get
out.
his
I was
tickets.
waiting there. They sold out. So people who actually want to go to the games don't get tickets. They have to pay. Now people are selling, like we have Alabama second week at home, which is insane, right?
Insane.
Everybody wants to go. $800 for student section tickets. Who
That's
can
crazy.
afford that? That's absurd.
For
Alright, so-
student section.
For the students. For the
Does it matter if I sit with the students?
You can
Will
if
they
you're a
throw me out?
scumbag who's gonna sell it to me
Hold
for
on.
$800.
No, hold on. Take it easy.
I'm very upset about this. You can't
He
tell.
didn't get his
This is my
tickets.
third year in a
So
row
you
I
might-
haven't had tickets to
So
football.
you might as well listen to reason for 1 second. So I'm gonna give you the money. We're gonna buy 2 or 4 tickets. We're gonna sell them for $2,000 a pop.
Well,
and
no,
I'm
they're
gonna
sold
split it.
out.
Bro, there's always a market.
Yeah, the market is $800 for
So
one
we're gonna
ticket.
buy $2,400 of tickets.
Oh
Or $3,200, and we're gonna sell them for $10,000.
No, this is what you have to do. You have to wait until the week before the game, and then everybody's like, "Whoa, I'm not getting $800 for this. Like, why am I not?" And then they start dropping the prices. And then the day before the game, you find at least 30, 40 people you know who are too
If
whatever to go to the
Wisconsin
game.
is ranked,
And you get a ticket.
if
You-
Wisconsin is ranked in the first 5 weeks, I
We're
will
not
sell
gonna be.
those tickets.
We-
But that's the deal. FAU doesn't get
And
ranked.
the whole stadium's packed.
Dude, no, because so now there's a huge problem. This is why Wisconsin, the university, has to really do something about it because 2/3 of the student section is full and a third is empty because
Can't
a third
afford
of the
it.
people who buy the tickets are just reselling them and don't go, and then a third of the students who want to buy those tickets
Can't
can't
get 'em.
afford them.
So why don't
So
you
it's
go
like,
into the third is empty?
They can't get the
you
tickets. They're
can't- you can't
$800
go
a
in. It's like
ticket.
tight
It's $800.
security. Yeah, like
FAU until the basketball when they went to the select four, those tickets when at the year after you can't even get them. Forget about standing in line. There is no line. Those tickets disappeared before the start of the season, but then they hit a clunker. Everybody left, including the coach. They made their money and they ran. You can get tickets anywhere now. It depends how good
the thing
you
is,
are.
I want to go to like specific games because obviously like some games are like
The
I'd rather
games
watch.
You want to go to, everybody wants to
I'd
go.
rather watch Alabama play Wisconsin than like Western Michigan, right? So
Our
it's
Ole
like
Miss game, it was packed. Like, it was so
Probably
hard to get
insane,
in, but,
like,
first
yeah.
Ole
three.
Miss, Tulane.
Yeah.
it's like first
You're
game
not
of the
even
year
ranked.
is always packed.
Tulane's not even
well, we get
ranked.
free tickets.
No, Tulane were ranked last year for a little
Yeah,
bit.
they were really
They
good.
were like 14 for a while, I think.
I got a sports package on my phone. I put it on the TV. I get to see any game I want. I eat regular hot dogs, regular beer, Regular.
It is so different to go to the stadium.
It is, but sometimes I ain't paying no
I do that a
$800
lot.
bucks.
That's
for
because-
that team.
But now, like when
That's
you're
'cause
like
we're
younger,
old.
you want to go.
Exactly. That's
A
because
lot
we're
of the times,
old.
like if it's a game like Alabama, let's say, like where the tickets are $800 and half my friends don't have, like we're not spending that. We're gonna go to a bar and watch the game from the bar, but like it's just unfortunate because like how many times in your life as a student of the university will you get to watch Alabama play Wisconsin?
True.
For what should be $20 a ticket when now they're $800. That's a
So a lot of people
40x
leave at
markup.
halftime, too.
People leave after the first quarter, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what pisses me off. It's like, I actually want to go, right?
You had to
and
get
like,
earlier to the tickets.
dude, I'm waiting 7 a.m. like everybody else. Is just who loads in the fastest. It's like it's
Oh, it's on the
literally
computer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on the computer,
Purchase.
so you can't stand in line. Like, and
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
all predestined already.
They should
it's
do
ridiculous.
texting
Like, and
pizzas.
the university does nothing about it, and because of it, the university looks like their students don't care because a third of the section where that should be packed is empty because people can't afford the tickets. $800. Who can afford that? Come on. Even adults can't afford that, let alone a kid in college who doesn't have. Like,
It's crazy.
I was
$40,
going to go
like-
see the Mets play the Marlins, but I ain't sitting in the nosebleeds. I ain't doing that. Not at this stage of my life. I wanted tickets by the dugout. So it was going to cost me $200 for 2 tickets, which in
Isn't
today's
terrible.
day isn't bad.
For
Right.
baseball, that's pretty expensive, though. I feel like.
Well, it isn't a bad price, but I saw the first game how the Mets were struggling. They always struggle against the Marlins. I didn't feel, you know what it is to get down there.
I know.
I said
That's why I'm sitting here thinking, really?
Went down to Marlin Stadium. Or
Oh my
Mets?
God, the
Marlins Stadium.
Stadium, it's a disaster.
Oh yeah, where is it at? I don't think I've been there in a
In
really
hell.
long time. Yeah.
It's where the old
It's on
Orange
an
Bowl
island.
used to be.
It's
It's like an
horrible.
island in
Like
Miami, in the
South
middle of the
Miami,
rivers.
And all the boats
Near
come
downtown
in,
Miami.
and all the
That far?
and all
Yeah.
the boats come in,
Oh my God.
and the bridges go up right before you get to the. And we don't get there to the
How
third or
do they have
fourth
this
inning.
stadium in downtown Miami?
It took over the old Orange Bowl,
Horrible. And you can only carry a bag in this size, and it has to be see-through.
which is okay. I don't mind that.
That's fully a thing like every stadium now. You can't bring bags unless they're
Right.
see-through.
It was disaster.
Now they have all those plastic like see-through bags that look horrible. People carry them around everywhere. Like,
100%. So
I'm not-
things
I
to
didn't
do,
do it.
things to change. All right, so I
My
was,
dad likes the hockey because it's easy to get to.
yeah, I love Panther Stadium. It's
It's
like
huge.
It's
It's
huge.
nice,
Sunrise is
very nice.
easy. The traffic isn't bad getting down there. It's like
Getting in
off
and
in the
out.
west side, so you're not meeting like just regular work traffic when you're going down there, like you would for the heat
It's
or
like all
whatever else.
Panthers traffic. Like in
Did
the,
you
in the
catch
out.
any of the playoff games?
I mean, he went to them. Oh, I didn't get to go.
I went to one Rangers game. It was awesome.
Against the
like the
Panthers?
Rangers
season.
Panthers. It was
Oh,
awesome.
wow.
Yeah.
See, I don't do that either. I'm
No,
going to start doing that. I bought
hockey
my Ranger
I'm
jersey.
telling you, man,
We
if
used
you
to have
want
the
if you want a
same
good
teams for, like,
experience for
15
sports in
years now.
Florida,
I know.
hockey is the best one you'll
Yeah.
get, especially with how good the Panthers are now. Like, you like that stadium. Last year, I went to one of the finals games because I had the chance to be a PA for ESPN Plus, like for like 2 games. I was like working with them, and this like the crowd. I've never seen anything like it. Like when we scored, the crowd pop was absurd. Like the songs they sing, like in the like between periods, and it was just awesome. Like I highly recommend.
I took Freddy when he was 10 to a restaurant, and then I took him to see the Rangers play about a hockey
You had a
game.
kid named Freddy.
Yeah, Freddy Jr.
he's just like him too. He's got the
So-
same sense of humor.
So I jumped up in the seat and I went like this because I bought it's here. The puck is here. Now you can tell it's not an NHL puck because the NHL pucks say NHL on them. They don't say Rangers. They have a Rangers logo.
Right.
So I said, Freddie, look what I caught. And the kid loved it until somebody blew up my spot when he was 18, 17. He says, that's not real. This is what they look like.
Dang,
Do people still do that? Do they still name their kids like Junior?
Respectfully, I would never name my kid after my.
I didn't name him that. My ex-wife did it. I went home to take a nap because it was a very long delivery for her.
Oh man, it must
And
have
when
been so
I came
tiring
back-
for you.
Freddie was
I had to walk her. They say you have to walk to hospitals, right, to lower the child. And that didn't work either because the umbilical cord was on his neck. But 21 hours, and then we went through that whole thing. Oh, man, I can't tell you. But I go home, I come back.
He was exhausted.
Yeah, man. I can imagine.
I come home, I come back. I put on a Ranger jersey that I had. And everybody thought I played for the Rangers in that day. So I got through security, I got through everything. I said, damn, this jersey's not bad. And the Rangers are good that year. I swear to God. So I get up there. Oh, here's Frederick Jr. I went, what? What? I said,
she didn't name him while you were
out.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Not
She said, I didn't know what they call him.
She's probably so tired she wouldn't bother picking a name. Oh yeah, Freddy, just name him.
So didn't you guys think ahead of time of if it was a boy you would name, if it was a girl you would name it?
Yes.
Wait, so what? You got there? She'd sign the paper. You have to sign it, obviously. You
No. Only one parent has to sign.
No.
Yes.
That's not true.
It was back in the day.
Is that true?
Back in the day. So I
don't remember signing it.
I ran to the doctor. He says, wait, she made a mistake. She's delirious. I don't want him calling my name. Sorry, Mrs. Santori, it's a birth certificate. Gave me all these certificates with his name on it. Oh, well, you gotta be kidding me.
So what would you just went over and you were like, all right, now this
Marry.
something I don't want forever?
You didn't think about it ahead of time? Like if we have a son, his name's going to be...
No. Yes, we did. I don't know what happened to Michelle. She became
What was his name
handsome.
supposed to be?
I don't remember.
What if you had a daughter?
Samantha.
That's a pretty name.
It was always going to be Samantha.
So who?
And I have a feeling that it was supposed to be Giovanni, and she didn't like him.
Yeah.
So when Gio was born, I made sure I told the doctor. I put it on her forehead. I said the kid's name is Gio.
I gotta go take a nap. This is Gio. Yeah, Gio. Yes, that's hilarious.
But for the second birth, they had a dad's room. Well, it was me and the baby, nobody else. And the room was all lit up with this lighting for the pancreas and all that. So I'm sitting there. I got
For the
this,
pancreas?
Yeah, because you get yellow. You get
Jaundice?
jaundice. So that's the pancreas.
Liver.
It's one or the other. I think it's the pancreas. But anyway, so he was
Don't
slightly
fact check it.
he was slightly yellow, and they had me sitting with him in the room. It was just me
That's
and where they
nice.
sewed her up.
They sew her up. Wow, I'm glad you didn't go to medical school.
Well,
There's
that's what they
definitely,
do.
I went into a yellow room for the pancreas, so they sewed her up. And this is,
jaundice.
and this is Freddy Med School 101.
Listen, the first time this thing came out of
thing,
the
a
shell,
child?
I thought it was an alien. What the hell is that?
Child?
The afterbirth.
The placenta?
I don't know if like when I'm a dad, I don't know if I could watch that.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something. They converted the room. Michelle was gonna have a C-section with Freddy. They couldn't get Freddy out.
Okay.
And his heartbeat was dropping, so it was an emergency. They put a thing on you, and you're all gloved up and everything. And the whole operating room turns into an operation.
Yeah, man.
I went, but they turned things around. There are all sorts of this and all sorts of that. So there was this. You're gonna scream at me. Chinese doctor.
Asian?
Yeah, him. And he had these things in her, and he
Forceps.
pulls it. Freddy still has the mark here. He got here and here. He got him by the head, and he pulled him.
Stop.
Swear to God. And I went, what the hell?
It's a brain machine, bro.
And she's screaming, and I'm like, so am I. What are you doing? Taking her. I thought he was grabbing the intestines. Darn it, swear to God. I thought he was grabbing her intestines. And it was Freddy.
You got them rolling.
He had more hair than you. He had more hair than you. He came out. I told the doctors the hair was clogging up the tubing. What's going on? He came out.
Are you Daniela?
Yeah.
Let me see. We're just doing the morning show. Oh my God. So he grabs the baby, right?
God.
And
Tearing up, bro.
there's all this stuff on him and everything, and they took him away. I said, what's going on? So now they had to convert the room back into, and this was a wild ride. Freddie
And why
apparently
you went home and
flunked
took a
that
nap?
exam.
The APGAR?
Yeah, bro.
You know what the APGAR is?
APGAR?
You know what that is?
No.
Einstein, you know what that is?
I don't know what that is.
You got to pass a certain test of mechanical engineers.
When you're born, you got to pass the test. Yes, you have to see if you're breathing, your
Breathing, color, hair,
Okay.
nails, the tongue is there. You know, they want to make sure all up. Boop, 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 boop. All
Yeah,
your
sure.
things.
Yeah.
He fails. So he
He didn't fail. He just had
his breathing. No, he failed. Don't tell me. Then the nurse is screaming. They took him out
How can your newborn fail a test?
because he wasn't breathing right.
Your verbiage is just beyond. This poor girl is like, what did I just walk into?
It's about watching birth. My son's birth.
Oh, man.
So the funny thing was that, funny, they ran him out. So she says, Michelle says, do you see the baby? I said, no, he's not here. They took him out. What do you mean they took him out? I said, I don't know. The nurse is screaming he failed breathing or something. I don't know. So I didn't even know Freddy was alive.
So did you go? Didn't you say like go, follow him?
No, Dawn. If he was on the inside of the room, I would have followed him. They went through the door and left in the hospital.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Freddy, I swear. You have the most wackiest stories of all.
His breathing was abnormal. That's what the problem was, because he was almost choked to death with the umbilical cord. He was blue. His head was about this big.
Wow. Freddie, we're gonna call you after the show.
That's why Freddie ain't normal.
He's just like you.
He had an emergency.
He's just like you.
So I grabbed the doctor, because I for an hour and a half, I didn't know what happened to Freddie.
Did you go try and find him?
Where
You
do
just
you want
sat
me to
there
go?
and you were like,
Where's my son?
I kept saying,
Where's my son?
Something has occurred. We're working on your son. His name wasn't Freddy, his name, your son. So then they brought him back. They had shampoo his hair, because he had hair like you. And they had shampooed him, and he was crying, and everything was back to normal. But I lost my heart went to my shoes when lady said, he fails. Vroom! What?
Is that what?
That's what she did.
Is that when you went home to take a nap?
No. I stay with the baby. Then Michelle's mother, check this out. Michelle's mother comes in. We do all that. Everybody's exhausted. I've been crying for about 6 hours. I'm tired. I gotta go home, take a nap. And they stole Michelle's mother brand new car in front of the hospital.
They stole your mother-in-law's car?
Stole?
Gone.
Who's they?
Gone. Well, I don't know. Maybe you know who they are. Hoodlums. Because this hospital is on 162nd in Amsterdam.
Oh my God! Why? Why would you ever go?
Because that's a hospital. Presbyterian is the hospital. That's where Mimi was. So I say to her, you got to be kidding me. Maybe you forgot, in all the excitement, you forgot where you parked it. So here I am walking the perimeter. Now this hospital is 1.5 miles long.
So wait. Let me just get this straight. In between the time of your child being born,
No, afterwards.
sorry. In between the time of him being born,
Nate,
the
you're
moment
gonna make
he's
a
born,
short out of
and
this today.
you finding out that he's okay and you can go home with him and your wife.
Not going home with him. I'm going
Sorry.
home now and take a nap.
Okay, so you went.
He had a rough delivery.
Left your post birth wife alone, slept at home, came back, realized not only that your kid had been named after you and you didn't authorize it, but that you had no say in it whatsoever. You found out he failed a test that was apparently given to him the second he was born, and your mother-in-law's car was stolen, so you spent time walking around the park.
You got it, buddy.
What is this story, man?
Best day of your life.
And her brand new BMW was stolen. And I said to her, did you park here to see if she parking in a tollway zone, no? And we called the police and the cops came and said, oh, they stole your car. Yeah, that's a true story, the whole thing.
And in New
Freddie
York,
will
you
tell
know,
you
when
the
you get your car
story.
stolen, you're never getting that thing back.
Never got it back.
Never.
Freddie once had his car stolen 3 times. You know what? 2 months ago, the guy came in, sat on that couch and said, I'm the one that stole your car 3 times. He was undercover for the police department. He's like, you were on a watch.
Wait, whoa.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Stop.
No,
Start over.
it's true. I remember the whole thing.
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
I was there for that.
The guy comes in here and
A police officer stole your car 3 times.
No, there was an undercover thing going on Sting, and they stole my car in 3 years. They stole it 3 times, the same car, and they took it to White
Who's
Stone.
they? Random people.
The police.
This
The police stole
undercover
your car.
Undercover police.
This undercover guy who was acting like he belonged to a car selling. So he comes in. He's in an interview on one of the other shows. So he says to me, Santori. I says, yeah. He says, you used to live in the Bronx? I go, yeah, they stole my car. Yes, we did. I went,
I remember that.
he said, you were marked. I said, I was marked.
What does that mean?
Means that the undercover already knew me, and they knew where I put my car. They stole it once in the Heights and twice in the Bronx.
Wait.
That's your second clip of the day.
Why did the
It
cops?
was a sting operation. But what I didn't like was the 3rd time they stole it, they said that my car was not in Whitestone, impound. And I had sole insurance to the head cop there. He says,
You have a warrant or something?
you're in the back. I said, I'm in the what? You're in the back. He says, come on. He brings his tow truck driveway and we go. My car is embedded in 6 inches of mud, ready to be deported because they had this sting operation going. They were going to send it to South America, the cars.
You really should write a book.
He put it together for me. I said, what do you mean? You stole my car 3 times? What is wrong
Even
with
just
you?
have your car stolen 3 times is bad enough.
I don't understand why. Would the cops take your car?
Small world.
Because it was easy to find my car.
What's a
It was
stick?
easy to.
When you say stick, oh, like they commandeered it?
No, they took it. They stole it. They knew how to break into my car.
These
They
guys
probably
were like
had
working
keys
for
to
a
my
gang.
car.
They were trying to break into they were like undercover for a gang. So there was like, oh, I can get this car. It's easy. Police.
The cop.
The cops are working.
Cops are undercover
Don't you
in the
ever-
gang.
Oh! Wait, but
You ever
why?
see movies?
But why?
To infiltrate the gang, to bring the gang down.
With him?
No,
Not
just with
with
his
me,
car.
I don't know.
Okay. It was like a rite of passage for the cop. Okay.
And his car was an easy steal.
Now
You
it
just
clicks.
got.
Now it clicks.
Well, I didn't understand what you were saying. You're telling me a cop stole his car.
It's not a rite of passage. That means it's not a cover assignment.
No, it's like a initiation. Like
It's
for
an
the cop.
undercover.
That's how you know he's a boy from
assignment.
Boca.
It's not an initiation. In other words,
Your assignment to take Freddy Santori's car to the impound?
Not Freddy
Or-
Santori, a bunch of cars. I was just part of that whole
You're on
cluster.
a list?
Yeah, I was on a list. It was easy to steal my car. They stole it whenever they wanted to.
For what?
Would you get it
To
back?
sell it back, I got it back twice,
For what?
not the third time. Because they were trying to bust this gang
Okay.
that was doing that all
I'm with you
throughout
right
New
now.
York.
For like, and what did your
I
car
was just
have to-
part of the other side that got busted in. I didn't know. They didn't tell me.
So they thought you were part of the gang?
Oh my
I don't understand. Like, can somebody else explain this to me, please?
Lincoln
I've
tried.
seen a movie where like the cops like pretend to be someone they're not just to like get something else. Like he was just like in the past way. Like it had nothing to do with him.
Like 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, like that.
So they, I don't understand.
He just so happened to be on the list of cars that are probably easy.
And
You'll
she just
figure it
Oh,
out.
that's what I said. And you said
Right.
no. That's what I said. I was like, they commandeered your car. And you're
Yeah,
like, no,
they're
it's a
like-
sting operation.
they're like,
I was
What
like,
is
just need to tell him, he'll
what
figure
is
it out.
commandeering?
commandeer? Like, they took it for police purposes because they needed it in that moment.
No, they stole my car. That is not
They
commandeering.
commandeer,
They stole my
commandeer or
Yeah, they
car. It
steal.
wasn't like they told me.
But I don't understand like the
He didn't find out
motive
till now.
The motive was
behind like why
apparently
would
they
Find the other
busted.
gang who's
They
selling
busted one of the
cars.
biggest car thieves of New York City, and my car, unfortunately, was taken in as one of the cars that they kept stealing over and over again.
You should pay like money after for this, like for all that stress.
I wanted to punch him in the head, but he's a cop, so I couldn't do
All
that.
right, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
But remember, hold on. Remember when we had that other show and you met Ivan? The
Yes.
undercover- I used to call him Serpico.
Yes.
He used to do undercover work.
Seems all the undercover cops have moved to South Florida, and somehow they find you.
They
And
find
that's the other thing. 2 of them have found you.
No, another one has.
3 have found
He's in
you.
Boynton Beach. He lives in Boynton.
Still on the list.
He lives in Boynton. I gotta tell you, I went out NYU. I did an internship like you guys do for the 3-4 precinct in Manhattan, in the Heights, and I ended up staying there for 3 years. And I went on to become an auxiliary. And if I tell you some of the stories that happened to me while there, that's nothing.
I can't believe you haven't run out of content yet.
I could write a book and show you. I could tell you different things that happened in the Bronx
I'm surprised you didn't.
and in Manhattan. I don't want to because I would have to name names. I don't want to name names.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up. Have a happy Monday, everybody. Wow, full day of content. We've got a full midday show. We've got Veggie Vera. She's coming in to be cooking. Sally will be here. We've got Lucky coming in. We're going to relaunch our Hispanic Latino.
I'm gonna try.
What are we calling it? We're gonna call it Fuego for now until we have a better name. More to come.
For the 3.0.
All right, have a great morning. We'll see you in a little bit.
Don't be late.